Okay, so here we are in the AC Propulsion eBox, which is a converted Toyota Scion XB, fully electric. Shows you your, right now it says 28, 30 amps, that's regenerative braking. Have your regen setting here. Basically you control the brakes with the throttle, so if you go right off the throttle you can pretty much stop just like that. It's very quiet. It's very smooth. Just going down to Home Depot now. I've got the car on loan and I need to get a charge cable that will plug into my 50 amp welder outlet so that I can charge the car up to, I think it's 80% capacity in 4 hours or so. But we still have quite a bit of charge left, so we're good to go. It's kind of an amazing car because basically when you charge the car you can tune the car to the electrical power that you have. So for instance, if you have a 120 volt 15 amp outlet, you can tell the computer, you just punch in how many amps that the outlet is capable of, and the car will actually draw close to the maximum of what that outlet will produce. So if you have a 50 amp welder outlet, you can tell the car, hey, take 50 amps, and then your charge time is a lot shorter. If you have a 120 volt outlet, 15 amps, it'll probably take 9-10 hours to charge the car. But still, it's pretty reasonable considering, you know, an outlet doesn't supply that much power. As far as I know, the car is 32 kilowatt hours of electrical capacity, and I think with future software upgrade you can actually use the car to power your house in case of a power failure, so it's quite an amazing little car. Another little feature of the car below the speedometer here is I guess what used to be the fuel gauge, which is now the battery voltage gauge. And then on the right hand side you see where it says 0 now, because we're basically just coasting along. That's an amp meter, so as the needle swings, like if I accelerate, you can see the needle swing up. And then if I go off the throttle, you can see it go negative. So that's the amperage of the car. So as you accelerate, you're using current, and you can see the current draw, and you can also see the regenerative braking amperage that's going back into the car. As well, here on the display you see the 28 amps now. If I'm on the off the throttle now and we're slowing down, so it's actually putting 60 amps back into the batteries. And literally you don't have to use the brakes. You know, like I'm coming up to the light here and you can hear it. It's just, you can come down to nothing from stop. The only thing it doesn't do is hold you in place on an incline, so then you have to hold the regular brakes. But your regular automotive style brakes on this car actually last quite a long time because you're hardly ever on the brakes. So we're cruising along here 40 kilometers an hour, and I haven't actually stomped on the car yet. I want to take it easy on the batteries, but I'll just do a little demonstration here and see what happens when you stomp on it. Wow, that's pretty good. It almost squeaks the tires when you take off. And on the display here I saw 349 amps, now it says 5 amps, so that's quite the current draw. Pretty neat. This car, compared to your typical economy car, if I drive to work, in 1 month, a typical economy car would cost you about $200 in gasoline a month. If I drive my diesel F3, F250, it's about $400 a month. This car, believe it or not, is about $25 a month. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. I don't know why people don't drive electric cars. You know, you've got 200 kilometer range. I mean, that's plenty of range if you're going, for most people, to go back and forth to work, and if you're charging at work, well, then you can go a little farther, you know. So it's kind of a no-brainer. I don't know why we're driving gasoline cars anymore.